Hey there, it's me, Kermit the Frog. Do you want to become a man? Because I'll teach you how to become a man. Mwah! Did you like that? I thought it was pretty good. I do a pretty good impression of Kermit the Frog. It's one talent that I have. But we're back, doing better than ever. Don't have COVID anymore. I do have some congestion still, and like this really awful cough, and it sucks. But that's not gonna stop me from making fun of these just terribly, terribly toxic Twitter accounts, because that's what I do best. Nothing can ever stop me from making fun of other things. So that's what we're gonna do today. Gonna do it again. I'm back, better than ever. And so today, this is gonna happen a lot, isn't it? So today, to get started, I actually came across the tweet from our good friends from the last video over at How to Seduce, and it was actually really good. It was a good tweet. The advice was solid. Like, I agreed with it. And it didn't sound bad. Like, it was a genuine good piece of advice, and I just wanted to share it. The more women you approach, the less special they will feel to you. And it's like, yeah, that's solid. Like, it's not misogynistic like many of their other tweets. It's not really toxic. It's true. Like, the more women you approach, I'm sure they're feel less special to you. Genuine, solid, sound piece of advice. I like it. Let's give them a round of applause. They did it. Somebody saw my video over there and they're like, hey, let's turn things around. Let's start giving actual advice here. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to laugh and point out the actual toxicity and misogyny and other terrible crap that infest these accounts. And so today, taking a look at a couple different accounts. The first one that we're gonna go ahead and take a look at is called Masculine Theory, the theory behind masculinity. And so first up, the man who learns to control his primal urges is the man who learns to control nature itself. Did you hear that? If you are able to control your primal urges, you can basically be the avatar. You get to control nature. That's really cool. I never knew that. If I just controlled my primal urges, which is very vague, whatever that means, I can control nature itself. I can shoot flames out of my hands. I can bend air, do whatever it is. That's awesome. I love that. Up next, I hate this men are just afraid of strong women narrative. No, we're afraid of the absence of feminine energy in our relationship. So there's that misogyny we've been missing out on. In the last tweet, we got superpowers, but here we're just straight up misogynistic, perpetrating this idea that females need to be feminine and males need to be masculine. It's dumb, it's outdated. Can we please stop perpetrating this idea? I'm already heated. See, the thing is, if you come across a man who doesn't like strong women, as this tweet is saying, it's not because they're afraid of the absence of femininity in that person. It's because they're scared of their own masculinity and that somebody, especially a woman, God forbid, can challenge that masculinity and their own fragile egos can't handle that. Sound like I said eagles, didn't it? I said egos. But don't worry, we have the voice of reason as always. We have Seduction Ashley coming in the comments saying, men are strong already. They need soft, feminine women around them. That's clearly the secret to life. Men are supposed to be men, women are supposed to be women, and then the world will just be one big happy place. Clearly. So, out of curiosity, I then went to the Seduction Ashley account to see what they're talking about, what kind of advice they're putting out there. Definitely seems like they're trying to get off the vibes like, hey, this account is totally ran by a woman, so you should listen to what it's saying, when it's very clearly probably some dude in his late 40s running this from his parents' basement. I know it's rude to assume that, but if you saw these tweets that they're tweeting out, you probably agree with me. And so there's one tweet I came across. I mean, it rhymes. It's basically poetry, so I had to share it. Lady in the streets turned a freak in the sheets. Thirsty, hot, and submissive, don't you be dismissive. Yearning for eternal pleasures, give it to her in daily measures. Like, damn. Eminem, it's time to retire because Seduction Ashley be spitting. You better watch out. But yeah, that's really funny. But as you can clearly see, Seduction Ashley clearly knows what she's talking about. And the best part about these tweets and these accounts are always the replies and what people say, because it's always somehow 10 times more ridiculous than the actual original tweet itself, which is already ridiculous enough to begin with. I feel like things are very dark. Let's turn things up a bit. That's better. and then just continuing with more wonderful, wonderful wisdom that Seduction Ashley has to share with us. Every woman wants you to slap and grab her ass. Don't miss a chance to slap her juicy ass and show who's the man. Who is the man? Who is the man? Amanda Bynes. She's the man. But yeah, I think my favorite part about this is like, see, this is how all these tweets are structured. They come in with the first sentence that's normal, and then they just make it even weirder. Don't miss a chance to slap her juicy, like that's how you know this account is run by a man, because it says don't miss a chance to slap her juicy ass and show who's the man. No woman talks like that. This is clearly some dude. Sorry, Seduction Ashley, I see right through you. Anyways, back to our good friends over at Masculine Theory. Wonderful, even more wonderful advice. Health is literally free. It's literally free. Health is free, unless you live in America. Exercising, free. Okay. Fasting, free. True. Sunlight is free. Sure. Cold showers are free. Not sure about that one. I guess technically, like, you could go out in the middle of a rainstorm completely naked. That's free. But if you want a genuine cold shower, you kind of need a house or apartment that you have to pay for that cold shower. So not sure about that last one. The rest, yes, I guess, is true. Those are technically free. But the best part about this tweet, of course, is the end. Don't let Big Pharma tell you otherwise. You know, Big Pharma, always out there talking about their warm showers when all your cold showers are out here for free. Don't let Big Pharma try to convince you that you should be taking warm showers, cold showers only. Health is free, guys. It's literally free. Just go out and get you some, go out and get you some health. Just get it, it's free. That's what it says. I know I harp on these counts and I make fun of them just because I'm out here having fun, you know, pointing out some of the toxic aspects of these accounts, but that doesn't say they're all bad, because they're not. Like I said, How to Seduce had that tweet. It was a genuine good piece of advice. And this one's not bad either. I mean, the energy you radiate is the reality you get back. I mean, yes, it's very cliche and basic, but there's nothing wrong about this. There's no second line talking about juicy asses or being an alpha male. It's just one simple tweet. It's good. Let's give them applause for that. They did a good one. Don't worry, guys, they get worse. But moving on, Masculine Theory, all in all, I only found a couple tweets that were pretty bad. Most of them are pretty generic, not terrible stuff, like not as bad as How to Seduce. But anyways, moving on, I want to check out Masculine Peak, which is very, very, very similar. Fact, if a girl has a lot of male friends, she is not relationship material. Misogyny's shining right through on that one. You can easily turn that around. If he has a lot of female friends, he is not relationship material. You see how this goes? It's a two-way street. Like, you can't have it both ways. Like, I bet if you ask any guy who genuinely believes females can't have male friends, they will also disagree that men can't have female friends. Like, they're always very hypocritical, full of just this awful misogynistic crap. And I'm tired of seeing it, and tired of people actually genuinely believing that. It's like, it is possible to have a friend of the opposite gender. It's completely possible. If you're somebody who doesn't agree that can happen, that's your own issue. It's not their issue, it's you. Yes, situations happen. People will cheat on other people with like their best friend of the opposite gender. It happens, but it also happens with random people. Like, some people just suck. That's how it is. But other people, it's moving on. Fact. You know this is a good account because they start every single tweet with fact. That way you know it's true. You can't fight against it. Fact. Women are born with value. Men must work hard to earn theirs. Interesting. Women are born, men are created. Sir, I don't think that's how it works. Pretty sure both and all genders are born. This one really makes you think, like, women are born, but men are created. It's like saying the same thing, but just using two different words, I guess. I get the mentality behind it, but also it's dumb and misogynistic, so I don't like it. And of course, got modern day Casanova in the replies, which means that a woman's value also tends to decrease over time while a man's value increases. Still have time to recreate yourself, start acting now. And there it is. Even more misogyny. Women clearly become less valuable over time, while men become more valuable. There it is. There's hook, line, and sinker. Congratulations, you're a misogynist. And of course, it wouldn't be one of these Twitter accounts if they weren't trying to sell some kind of book or course in their bio, just like How to Seduce was. And so, looking at Masculine Theory, they've got 4 different books that they're selling. The one I wanted to look at was I Want to Quit Porn Forever. You'll see this a lot in some of these accounts, talking about how you need to quit porn and stop idolizing pixels. One sec. Which, you know, fair enough. Porn addiction is real. It affects people. It can be very, very bad for you. Won't argue with that. The problem is it's always in the approach with these accounts. It's like there's solid advice, there's a solid foundation there, and they just ruin it with sexist language or just really dumb shit. But the problem is they're always like, you need to stop watching porn, okay? That way you can chase and get real women and get laid all the time. It's like, you had me and then you lost me. But anyways, looking into this I Want to Quit Porn Forever, let's see what they have to offer. Right off the bat, just this cover image, I would gladly pay the 24 euros that they're asking for, solely based off, I mean, how can you go against that? Yeah, I'm sold, you got me. So the person who wrote this book, course, whatever it is, they've studied the greatest men in the world. All these wonderful men out there, great role models to help you beat your porn addiction. You got people like Elon Musk, already off to a good start, Steve Jobs, Nikola Tesla, and Mike Tyson. What a random selection of dudes. But there's a reason he chose these four men. It's because they have one consistent variable between them. And you know what that is? Every single one of them has been on the public record saying they denounce masturbation. So clearly it makes sense why he chose these 4 men. They clearly know what they're talking about. Weird kind of reason to choose. I mean, I get it. They're trying to sell a stop watching porn book. So of course they're going to choose figures who publicly denounce masturbation, but just is weird, kind of weird. Anyways, all in all, this one's not terrible. Like I kind of mentioned earlier, a lot of these accounts, when they talk about, hey, stop watching porn, you weirdo, it's so you can then go out and get laid. But this one really honestly seems to, want to genuinely help you. I know I poke fun at these accounts. I know I like to laugh at them, point out the ridiculousness of some of what they're saying, but sometimes there is genuine goodness, or it does seem like they genuinely want to help people. And I kind of get that with this. It seems like they genuinely want to help men who maybe are suffering from a porn addiction. Because like it talks about, hey, what's going to happen when you stop masturbating, watching porn so much? Increased energy, improved confidence, better cognitive function, increased female attraction, less negative emotion, and greater focus. Like they're not trying to turn you into some player or some sex machine. They just genuinely want to improve your life. And that's the kind of stuff, that's the positive attitude that I really want to see. None of this toxic, misogynistic bullshit. Like they teeter the line so often. And I think they just need to tip over to the other side, stop using some of that misogynistic language, and they'd be all set. But until then, I'm gonna continue making fun of them. But that's all I've got for today's video. Got a couple other stuff coming up in the future for these kind of videos. I think I'm gonna start looking at like videos, TikToks. There's a couple subreddits I found that'd be really, really fun to explore, and just continue making fun of all these accounts because that's what I do best. But yeah, now it's time for me to shamelessly plug my other stuff. If you're interested, please go ahead and check out my art account. I do a lot of art and stuff on the side. You may have noticed some of my Photoshop tutorials that I've done in the past. Art is another huge passion of mine, and I really appreciate it. Appreciate it if you go check it out, show your support, show some love. I do commissions. I love collaborating, working with other people. So if that's something you're interested in, please learn how to talk. I'd be more than happy to do that for you. And then the other thing I, of course, have to shamelessly plug is my clothing brand. Please go ahead, check it out. Got some new stuff this month, gotten some new stuff coming up in February, and just a lot of other fun, creative, a little bit out there designs to kind of embrace the more fun and creative aspects of life. That's the whole vision and mission behind Puke Creativity. And I appreciate your support in any way, shape, or possible. Other than that, thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, please go ahead and show your appreciation by hitting that like button wherever it is. Subscribe if you're interested in seeing more. And if you do have any like ideas, suggestions, accounts, videos that you want me to check out, please leave it in the comments below and I might incorporate it in a future video. Other than that, thanks for watching, and hey, enjoy your day.